Baby girl. Someone called Wine. Upon pulling away from Jungkook, she turned to find Kale. They were still in the hospital, same night of accident. Kale, some people took your pictures. Drowned in blood, riding a bike behind an unknown guy. People are going crazy making theories. Wine sighed. That was one downside of being famous. Wine, I'll see what the company says. I just want to stay with him for now. Kale, they confirmed you're safe now. We'll come back in the morning. The guys bid them farewell, and now Wine and Jungkook was left alone. Silence surrounded them. Wine, I know I told you. I'll be fine. But, Jungkook, I want you to come see my performance someday. I want the one I love the most to see me shine. Jungkook kissed her cheek and took her in his embrace without any reply. 2.5 years ago, they both met. Wine had been a ballet dancer for years, but her popularity started back then. The sudden rise in stardom, going from performing for small events to stadium performances, everything was so overwhelming for her. Her fandom grew, and so did the pressure upon her. Being a small performer, she was alive and knew freedom, but the more people knew her, the more she needed to be careful who she meets, who she talks with, where she goes, what are her likes and dislikes. The boundary for privacy nearly became invisible. As someone new to this all, she started to lose control. The pressure started to draw upon her shoulders, and she started to make mistakes in her performances. Happened twice before she ran away, left the stage midway, and disappeared. That was when she stumbled upon him, Jungkook, fixing his bike by the edge of an empty road. Wine daringly asked him to give her a ride despite looking extremely dangerous and someone who could snap her into in a minute. He took his time before he agreed, never talked, but understood she had no place to return to. They entered a garage filled with bikes and mechanical tools. Once again, he said nothing, appeared in a vest, arms filled with tattoos, and started to do something to his bike again. It took half an hour for Vine to look around the garage and all the tools before she crouched down beside him and asked him one thing: teach me. And that's where the story started. She started to visit him daily. He would teach her all the things about bikes and the tools. They would ride together. She started to open up about her life and struggles to him and where she wanted to give up. He taught her control and freedom. He gave her wings. But he never attended her show, not as a stranger, neither as a friend, and nor as a boyfriend. Because Wine found him in the darkness and learned about his wood. It wasn't clean. He was involved in bad company and he never wanted to taint her. He said, the day I attend your show will be the day I lose myself. Wine didn't understand, but she respected him. Lord knows how badly she wanted him there, but she gave him freedom like he gave it to her. Weeks had passed, Jungkook had recovered, surely. Danger was gone. They owned the ring circuit now, and after weeks, it was first time for Jungkook to get on his bike again, Wine behind him, not letting him out of her sight for a moment. They raced through the streets, filling the air and freedom and tossing everywhere away, until Jungkook noticed something different, something absolutely wrong. Her grip on him was tighter than usual. She never once moved, never once tried standing up like she did usually, and never once talked to him, to Ants, to assure he wasn't distracted. Small things, very small details, but he noticed them all. He parked the bike near the edge, where the horizon kissed the fading daylight. Jungkook removed his helmet first, turning to look at her. His hands were still resting on his shoulders, knuckles white, eyes distant. Jungkook, you hate the words now? Wine. I can never hate something you love. Where'd you find your soul? Wine. I'll never stop you from riding. You belong to the wind, Jungkook. You belong here. But when I saw you that night, sprawled there in your own blood, I swear I forgot how to breathe. Jungkook's throat tightened. His wounds might have healed, but he realized she had been living in a trauma since that night. She chose trauma over asking him to leave something he loved. He got off the bike, standing beside her. Wine, I can take anything, Jungkook. Your nights out, your danger, your scars. I can't take your absence. Don't leave me that way again. He cupped her face, his fingers tracing the faint shimmer of her tears. Jungkook, then I'll ride slower. For you. She gave a watery chuckle, pushing his chest lightly. Wine, that's a lie. Jungkook, a beautiful lie. He smiled. Wine looked up at him, at the man who chose chaos in his eyes and warmth in his soul. Wine, just promise me one thing. He didn't answer immediately, he just pulled her closer, their foreheads touching, her breath trembling against his lips. JK, I promise to ride slower and to return to you, no matter where I go. Every ticket sold out within minutes. Fans filled the grand hall, reporters lined the entrance, and yet he never came. The man she wanted the most to perform for never arrived, not even when he almost lost his life. Outside, a black bike came to a stop near the black entrance. The guard stiffened. A tall figure removed his helmet, revealing dark hair, a small scar by his lips, and eyes that had seen more chaos than peace. When the lights dimmed and the first note of the orchestra hit, Jungkook took a seat in the farthest corner of the Arab dance. His eyes locked onto the stage, then she appeared. But Jungkook didn't see the perfection. He saw her, the same girl who once stood beside his bike with grease on her hands, asking him to teach her something about freedom. Her lips curled just slightly, and in that moment, Jungkook felt something snap inside him. Like all the walls he had built to protect her, to keep himself hidden, didn't matter anymore. An hour later, Wine stepped out into the night air. Then she saw him, leaning against his bike, one hand in his pocket, his helmet on the seat beside him. Wine, you came. JK, I'm going to attend. I wish you. You're gonna beg me for absence starting tonight. Wine, I never had a fight with you. I think I would love some drama. Jungkook's arm wrapped around her waist, pulling her flush against his body and the bike. JK, I would love to lose each fight with you, and you looked absolutely ethereal on the stage. Wine placed a kiss to his jaw and grabbed the helmet from the bike. Wine might have, but one's souls belong to the streets.